What's more important to you, credibility or going viral? A lot of times, Cam, I don't even.
Which is more essential to you, credibility or going viral frequently? Cam, I don't even know. I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to go viral. A lot of these clips that go viral have a real stable at home situation to understand. I got meetings, I got study, I got to train the way I eat, the way I sleep. I have to understand that now. If he's willing to pay that price, there's a price to be paid for greatness. There's a price to be paid for success. And if you're not willing to pay that price, you don't deserve to be successful. You don't do so. The question that Cam will have K, and only he can answer, not his father, mother, or handler. It's never easy to talk about the inequalities that go on in the industry, but we know that they have existed for quite a while now. From minorities being treated differently to women being paid less, there is a whole list of injustices that occur in Hollywood almost daily that begs the question who feeds into this agenda to keep people in their place and making them feel worthless. Well, when it comes to people like Tyler Perry, they love to act all high and mighty like they are. Tyler Perry is a completely different person on camera than he is behind the scenes, and there are many people testifying to his harsh methods. Names like Monique and Fantasia spring to mind. But one person who actually blew things up for Perry was Shannon Sharpe and his podcast Club Hell. Shay, the chaos started when Shannon Sharpe got said artists on his shows, and they had a conversation about what was going on. And that certainly didn't sit right with Perry. He had spent years and years in the industry trying to portray himself a certain way, and now, if artists like Monique and Shannon Sharpe sit down and dissect all that he's been doing, all his efforts will go down the drain once Perry saw what was going on in these shows. He's trying to do to Sharp precisely what he did to Monique blackballing. I'm telling you this, and I want you, and I want somebody to send it to you. And I've been seeing it in the chat. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm with you. I'm my name again, and I'm all put the I'm at, and I'm going to release that. Dean, because you're lying. You said, I reached out to you to come on Club Shay and you a mofo life. But what did Sharp say that has Perry so twisted up? Well, it all started because of his show Club Shay, and on that show he had two guests who absolutely annihilated Tyler Perry. First was Monique, and second was Katt Williams. Now, Monique really did go off when she came to Shannon's show, and it wasn't a surprise to any of us because that woman was filled up with so much hate that it was bound to come sooner than later when Katt Williams sat down with Shannon Sharpe for an interview at the start of this year. It wasn't just another celebrity chat, it turned into a major talking point across the entertainment world. The conversation sparked a flurry of reactions, particularly among other Black stand up comics. Many of them took to social media to voice their thoughts, whether they were mentioned directly or not. The interview ignited a wave of speculation about what might be the next big thing to capture the attention of Black Twitter. He said, Now, they're going to come for you. I said, Can't come for me for what I didn't say anything right. He said, They're going to come and they're going to say, a lot of different things, and they're going to be some people that you thought you might be able to get that they're not going to come now, right? And that's absolutely has happened. Fast forward to a couple months later, and that question was answered in dramatic fashion. Monique, the famed stand-up comedian and Oscar-winning actress, takes her turn in the spotlight with Shannon Sharpe on his podcast Club Shay. The interview was a two-part series that lasted nearly 3 hours. I'm having a chat with a guest, and I ask if there's anything you don't want to talk about. I always ask, so I guess that sometimes they say, well, I would appreciate if we don't. Talk about this cool, no problem, because I believe you can tell your story without saying something negative. But yes, during that time, Monique didn't hold back. She used the platform to address long standing grievances, particularly targeting high profile figures like Tyler Perry and Oprah. Her remarks were both bold and candid, adding a new layer of drama to the already charged atmosphere. The conversation was intense and filled with revelations, ensuring that the episode would be talked about for weeks to come as long as you're true to yourself. I do my research. I'm not just out here arbitrarily and willy-nilly throwing stuff together to try to get clicks or views. I didn't ask Katt to come on. I thought he would be a good conversation. I have a lot going on right now, so I'm going to tell you that you are your best booking agent. Monique also shared some interesting details about her experience after receiving the Oscar nomination for her role in Precious. She explained that Lionsgate, the studio behind the film, made numerous requests for her to travel across the country to promote the movie. They wanted her to be actively involved in campaigning, but Monique chose to prioritize spending time with her family over hitting the promotional circuit. When she asked the studio if they would provide additional, Monique asked Perry if he'd pay her for this extra effort. Perry responded by saying that he does not spend his personal money to reward anyone unless he believes it is justified. Monique was taken aback by this and pointed out that if Perry doesn't just hand out money for free, Ben shouldn't be expected to work for free either. Monique also weighed in on how the industry handled Katt Williams when he spoke out against it. She pointed out that when Katt made his comments, it seemed like everyone just brushed him off as if he hadn't said anything significant and hoped the whole thing would blow over, but Monique made it clear that she's not about opinion conversation with Shannon Sharpe. Monique dropped some huge bombshells. She claims she has an audio recording where Tyler Perry allegedly admits to lying about her being difficult to work with. According to Monique, this recording reveals that Perry's fraudulent assertions, along with Oprah Winfrey's apparent backing, played a big role in her being blackballed from Hollywood. Monique revealed her connections with civil rights activist Al Sharpton after sending him an audio tape of a private conversation she had with Tyler Perry. Sharpton was first really encouraging. He told her what that man done to you was wrong, and you're like my daughter. We're going to get him to correct that. It appeared like there was a real dedication to resolving her problems. But then things took a bizarre turn. Monique explained that after that initial show of support, they didn't hear from Sharpton for a full 6 months, leaving her wondering what had happened. When Sharpton finally reappeared, it was in a rather unexpected context. He was on stage talking about how they didn't need to fly commercials because they could use Tyler Perry's private jet. Monique's reaction was one of skepticism. I thought maybe that's why I haven't been hearing back from him. It was evident she felt there was a connection between Sharpton's quiet and his public praise of Perry. The moment highlighted her frustration and suspicion about how her personal issues and the broader dynamics in the entertainment industry may be influencing her support from influential figures. She believes that these rumors have not only damaged her reputation, but also caused her to miss out on many roles and, quite frankly, millions of dollars. Monique's revelations have inspired a lot of conversations about how personal grudges and power battles can have such a major impact on someone's career. It's a stark reminder of how personal disputes can sometimes lead to serious professional consequences. And as if that wasn't enough, Perry Monique then related an unusual encounter between her and fellow artist Stephanie Mills. She noted how, after emailing Stephanie an audio tape of her conversation with Tyler Perry, she was hoping for some serious assistance. Stephanie Mills, whom Monique described as a lovely and esteemed sister, took the matter seriously, although Monique was unsure whether Mills actually listened to the audio. Stephanie called Tyler Perry to explain the situation, but the response she got was less than positive. Ben reportedly stated that he was willing to meet with Monique, but declined to meet with her spouse during the phone call. Perry reportedly apparently asked that Monique give a public apology, claiming that she and Oprah had nothing to do with damaging her career. Monique vividly remembers her reaction to this demand. It was evident she was caught aback by the chutzpah of the request. She believed that issuing